Hi, welcome back to OD YouTube channel. My name is Paul and I'm here today for another pens for the month video. We are already in April, but I wanted to make the pens for March anyway, because these were the pens that I've been using the most. Some of them I didn't use a lot at all. I'm not having much time again to work on the channel, so some videos will be coming a little bit late and not in very regular frequency, but that's how I can go now. So in February I had 49 pens with ink. Now I have 37, and I had lots of pens because again I started with the 2024 Diamine ink event calendar, and because that were 25 inks, I used 2 pens for the ink reviews. I used 2 pens for each ink, so 50 pens inked only with the Diamine ink event calendar. Since then I've been inking each pen. I've been inking 1 pen for each 3 pens that ran out of ink. So it has been that kind of proportion, so I can, in a way, to have some new pens inked. There are pens that I buy that are new to me, and sometimes I go back to some other pen that I don't ink for a long time and I miss them, and that's the way I can go and ink new pens and at the same time to reduce the number of pens that I have. They are still too many pens. I found that my ideal number of pens are around 12 pens inked at each time to have different nibs, different colors, and right now I have almost 3 times that, or more than 3 times that number. So I hope in April, during this month, when I'll make the video for this month, maybe I can go down a few pens. Some are running out of ink, so I hope they will all write. Some have not been used a lot, so they may not want to write immediately. And so let's start. Today I'll go with an alphabetical order as I usually do, but I'll do in an opposite way. So starting with the last letter that I have inked, and so the first pen is Vingong. This one is the Vingong 630, and it is this big pen with a number 8 nib, which is a kind of a copy of the Moonman 149 that I also have. And let me write this. Meanwhile, I have the Vingong or Junlai 930 coming my way because I bought it, and it is a pen that is even bigger than this one. It has a number 9 nib and it is much bigger than this, so I'm really waiting for that to arrive. Kind of anxious because I want to see it go. So I like this pen, it writes well, has sorry about that. It has a very nice nib, it is a steel nib, it's smooth, comes from China obviously, and I have inside the Japanese ink, Sailor, Gentle, Southern. The Gentle line of inks has been discontinued, but they still have some of the colors. This color I know it is still available. I think when I run out of this ink bottle, maybe I'll buy this one again, because this is an ink that I really like and I love the smell of these inks. And here it is how the ink looks on camera and how the pen writes. So piston filler pen with steel nib. The next pen I have is also a Vingong pen. Sorry, you may hear some rattling because that's the box that I have at the side here with the pens. And I have this pen, which is a modification of a Vingong 60. It is a very interesting small pen, pocket pen, with a steel nib, but a tubular nib, reminding us of the nibs on the Schiffer pens. It is an aromatic, kind of an aromatic feeling pen. And I really like this one. It gets full-size pen, but it is really small. So this is the Vingong 60. This has a fine nib inside, and this nib is much finer than the nib on the other Vingong. And it has diamine, inkvent calendar 2024, number 23, good tidings. I feel that maybe there is already some evaporation of the ink inside the pen, because I feel it's writing a little bit drier, and it's kind of normal because I've not been using this pen a lot, because there are too many. 37 pens are too many to have them all being used in the same amount of time. Now from China we'll go to France, and this is a Waterman pen. This is a beautiful pen. I love this pen, but it doesn't write as well as I would like. I will make a review about it. This is the Waterman Edson. This is the emerald green color. It has a beautiful gold nib, and it is a cartridge converter pen. So this is the Waterman Edson. The pen writes really well. The problem is that it dries a lot on the inside when kept, so the flow is not as convenient as it should be. So the emerald green Waterman Edson, this one has a medium gold nib, and inside has a classic ink to me, the Parker Quink Black. I love this ink, as you may already know. It is a very simple ink, black, well behaved. It's not a very dark black. It's just a good, nice ink. The next pen is a pen that I need to review. It has lots of bad reviews online. This is the Wancher Puchico. I already ordered a Wancher Pochaco, but it is it's very delayed. I hope it gets here soon, because I want that pen. I need to have that other pen. So this is a very small pen, as you may see. And it has lots of bad reviews, and I will need to review it someday, because I want to give my opinion. So this is the Wancher Puchico in Penguin Black. This is a pen that, I understand, it forces me to hold it in a specific way, otherwise it would be impossible to write with. It has a steel gold colored nib, and it is an eyedropper filler, which is my least favorite filling system. It has diamine, inkvent calendar 2024, number 22, wilted rose. This one writes really well. The nib is very good, it doesn't dry, and what I need to say more about is very small, comes from Japan. The next pen is from Germany, and here it is. It's a very inexpensive pen, all plastic, even the clip. It is the Stabilo Flow cartridge pen, very simple, with a very simple shaped medium steel nib. So There's not much to it. It has a triangular grip and it is a cartridge pen, kind of a very cheap pen. So this is the Stabilo. Let me change the way I'm sitting. Stabilo Flow with a medium steel nib, and inside it has the diamine ink vent calendar 2024 day 22 nutmeg. Okay, and I'm seeing that there is something wrong because that one can't be day 22 because obviously nutmeg, they are different colors. So I would say that this is number 2. I will put it this way. If I remember, maybe I am wrong. Next pen comes from Italy, and it is a pen that I really like, and maybe I'll get another pen from this brand one day, and this is the Centini Libra, which is a beautiful pen. It is a piston filler pen with white gold nib, although the white gold is not that white, but it is a very good pen. So this is the Centini Libra in olive. It has a fine gold nib. It is a piston filler, as I told you, and inside it has diamine canalcite. And I had to have this ink because, again, I like kind of dark muddy green inks. I love the nib of this pen. I love how it writes. I love how it feels in the hand. This is really a great pen. The next one, also with letter S, but we'll now go to Japan, and it will be a Sailor. And where is it? It is a small one. Here it is. It is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim. Small pen, pocket pen, but with a nice gold nib, and it is a cartridge converter pen. There you can see the nib. It's quite beautiful. So, Sailor Pro Gear Slim. You can hear the usual, I'm not sure if you can hear, I can, and feel the usual Sailor feedback on paper, and I like it, but I had to adjust this nib because it was not good. Gold trim with a medium fine nib, and the ink is again the Sailor Gentle Satin, and because this pen is much drier than the Vingong, you may see that the color looks quite different, but it is the same ink. The next pen is still a Sailor. I have lots of Japanese pens ink, I think. This is a Sailor pocket pen in steel. It is a cartridge pen, and it also has, it's now dirty, I need to clean this pen. I'm just waiting for it to get empty to clean it. And it has a white gold nib. I did something wrong with this pen, that I put an old cartridge inside. It was kind of dry, so the pen has been inconsistent in its writing. Performance, I already put some Parker Ink Black to help to dissolve the old ink, and now I'm just waiting for it to run out of ink to clean it because it's not writing as well as it should be. So this is the Sailor. As you can see, it's skipping. I really need to clean it. Pocket in steel. Maybe I will not even finish the cartridge, I'll just need to clean the pen. And inside it has Parker Ink Black. And as you may see, it's not satisfying writing experience at all. I have good experience with Sailor pocket pens, so I really know that this is because of the ink that has kind of clogged the pen. It's on the cleaning list. It will be on the cleaning list very soon. The next pen is also a Sailor. One of most amazing pens I have. I have this pen inked since I bought it. This is the Sailor King of Pen big nib. Although now we look at some Chinese pens and even Indian pens, and we look at big nibs and we start thinking that they are not that unique anymore. But I like Sailor's feedback and I love this color. So this is the Sailor King of Pen with the color is Mandarin Yellow. It has a medium 21 karat gold nib. The nib is quite soft, you can see there is some line variation, and inside it has the ink that was sent to me by the as a gift along with the pen from Ink Traveler, and the ink is an exclusive edition. It is a Sailor for Ink Traveler, which is a Japanese pen store in Spain. Ink Traveler, and the ink is called Naoshima Kon. It is a nice blue ink, but it has some green in it. It's kind of a very dark teal or petrol color. I love this pen. The next pen is a pen that I didn't ink for a long time and I was missing it, so I decided to ink it. It is not this one, sorry, they are similar and the Sailor 1911 Large, which has a smaller nib than the nib on the King of Pen, but it is also a gold nib, 21 karat gold nib. Again, as the other Sailor pens that I have, it's also a cartridge converter pen. So Sailor 1911 Large, black gold trim with a hard medium nib, and inside it has another Sailor gentle ink. This one is called Okuyama and it has a beautiful color. I love this color. I was missing this color. I love the smell of the ink and I thought I need to ink that pen with that ink. I never used this combination before, I think, with this pen, but I really enjoy it. So the same shape as the King of Pen, but smaller. And let me just show you the nibs. And you can see here. And I'm about to buy another Sailor 1911 Large. Maybe I shouldn't. I should save the money for some other project that I'm thinking about, but how can I resist a new yellow pen? We will see if I am strong enough to resist. The next pen is another Japanese pen, but now it is a platinum pen. I like this one. This is the Platinum 3776 Century, and this is the 10th anniversary edition. It has a nice gold nib with a different design than the usual, and it is very soft. Actually, it doesn't have line variation, but it's very soft. I really liked the writing experience with this nib, much more than the regular 3776 nib. Maybe it's just in my head, but I feel that they are different. It's also a cartridge converter pen, gold nib. So it may be getting empty. Yes, that's why it's skipping. I need to decide if I will re-ink it or clean it. Platinum. Let's see if I can still write. Let me just force the rest of the ink down the feed just to finish this. I told you that I've been using some of the pens and they are getting out of ink, some of them. So the Platinum 3776 Century 10th anniversary edition, so special limited edition. It has a serial number there on the bottom of the pen. It's not 3776 pens, it's not that limited. And inside it has the Diamine Inkvent calendar 2024 number 85, and this is a pen with heavy sheen and I like it, and I'm thinking if I will re-ink this pen or not, and maybe if I re-ink it I will ink it again with the same ink. I'm liking it. Maybe that's what I will do. I'll need to see. It depends on the pens that I can get out of ink or not. So the next pen is still from Japan. I told you lots of Japanese pens, and it is a pen that is not mine. It is the Pilot Costume 823 Smoke. It's from my friend Luis. I have it on loan, so I need to give it back to him. So this one has a gold nib, as you may see, a very nice one. Beautiful pen, smoke black color, and it is a vacuum filler. It is a Pilot 823, a very famous model. Pilot Costume 823 in smoke finish with a gold medium nib, and the ink inside is what? Rohrer und Klingner Verdigris, and that's it. These pens write really well. I like Pilot nibs. I don't love the filling system. I also have another Pilot Costume 823 on loan by Luis. This is the version in amber. You see the different color. The nib is the same in size, but it's the same number 50 nib, but it has a different color scheme. The other is two-tone. This one is just a single tone, gold colored, gold nib. So this is the Pilot Costume 823. Let me open the end. Amber, and this one has a broad nib, and the ink it has inside is Diamine Inkvent calendar number 2024. I don't have that many pens with the Inkvent calendar anymore, so I think I'm doing well. Forest Gâteau, and this one has a very wet juicy nib because it is a broad nib. I don't love this model. I like the nibs, of course, but I don't love this model because I don't love the filling system. I prefer cartridge converter pens, and that is why I have this Pilot Costume 743. The same pen, the same nib, overall the same pen, only the end part is smaller because it's not a turning knob. It is a cartridge converter pen. Let me just show it to you like this. And this is a very, very nice pen. I prefer this one. This is mine, and I have those from Luis as a loan just because I wanted to try them, but this is the way I go. And this is the Pilot Costume 743. This one has much more feedback. It has a very different writing experience. This is verdigris. It was a special edition for the United States. I bought it from Apple Boom when they still had a store there. And this one has inside Pilot Blue. It has an extra fine nib. That's why the writing experience is so different. But I like it. So the next pen is still from Japan. I need to check my notes, otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. And this is a Pilot Costume 74, which is basically the same pen as this, but smaller. And let me uncap it. Smaller and with a smaller nib. This one has a number 5 nib, this one has a number 15 nib. These number 5 and 15, they are, I guess, as most of you know, it is a Pilot proprietary size, nib size system, and you can see that converter is almost empty. Let's see if it will write. I've been using it, I love the bounciness of this nib. So this is the Pilot Costume 74 in forest green. It has a medium gold nib. It's very, very, very nice nib. Let me just show it to you. I love this nib. And inside, I don't know what it has, because this is one pen that I had lended to Luis, so he filled it with some ink. I don't know which one it is, and it is almost over, so I will clean it before I will ink it with some other ink, I think. The next pen is from, okay, Japanese pens are over. Let's go to Germany again. And from Germany I have a Pelikan pen, and I have only one. It's this one that I bought from the Portuguese flea market, maybe in January, I think, or December, I don't remember well. But it is a very interesting pen. It's a very small pen, not pocket pen, but a small one. It has a gold nib, and it's nice. So this is the Pelikan 140 Gunther Wagner in burgundy. I'm not sure if you know the 120. It is the same size of pen as the 120. I have a 120 in blue, in green, and this is in burgundy. It's nice. The green one has a black cap, but this one is all burgundy. I really like it. So it has a fine gold nib, and this one is a piston filler pen. So far only the first one, Vingong, was a piston filler, the Centini. So far only 3 pens are piston fillers, because it's not one of my favorite filling systems. But it has one of my favorite inks, the Parker Quink Black, which I also like the smell, because it's vintage ink and still has a different smell than the modern Parker Quink inks. And we will go from Pelikan, who were talking about Parker. Let's go to Parker. I have 2 Parker pens today. I have this one that I was not inked last month. I had to ink it because I just want it. I like it. It is a Parker Centennial do Fold, and it has a nice finish. Let me put the light closer. This finish is very, very beautiful. I like it a lot. And so this is, let me show you, it has a gold nib, and as usual in modern Parker pens, it has a cartridge converter pen. So Parker Centennial dual fold in olive check. I love this finish. It's no longer made, with a fine gold nib, and inside it has Leonardo Officina Italiana Smeraldo, not Smeraldo blue, it's blue ink, but Smeraldo, it's kind of a bluish green or greenish blue stone. I love this ink, and now that I'm looking at it with the pens, I wonder if this is a perfect match or almost perfect to this Pilot 743 pen. Maybe that's where it should be. But I'm not crazy about matching pens and inks. Sometimes I like to do really different things. Sometimes I like to match them, but it depends. I like this pen. I like how the Leonardo inks flow inside the pen. The next one is a pen that is also going low on ink, so let's see how it will write. And it is a Parker 25. That steel pen with a steel nib, very simple, that has this posting system, cartridge converter pen, and I made a review of it. It is the Parker 25. I'm not sure if I said 45, it's not 45, it's 25. And this is the green flighter version. It has a fine steel nib, and the ink inside is again Parker Quink Black. I know, why do I have so many pens with the same ink? It's very hard to to tell you why, but I love this ink, and this is kind of my regular ink for regular use, so it tends to be in several pens because I don't like to take with me always the same pen that has the Parker Quink Black. I like to have different options. The next pen is a copy of that one, and it is the Moonman B25 Green. So there's not much to see here. It's cartridge converter pen, steel nib, overall the same pen as the Parker 25, but only the nib is different because it's more similar with the nib of the Parker Jotter. So this is I was going to write Parker because it really looks like one. It's the Moonman B25 in green. It has a fine steel nib and it has a beautiful ink. This is really beautiful. This is Robert Oster Crocodile Green. So I like these inks. I think I like a lot of green inks, from these olive color to those dark, hard to describe green inks. I like a lot of different green inks, but I like these dark colors. But I will show you some bright ones also, so I'm not really coherent in my choices. The next one is from the same brand, but this one is marked with another name, I guess. No, it's the same name, sorry. And it is yes, because sometimes it's called Majohn, sometimes it's called Moonman. Again, another piston filler pen, triangular shaped, interesting pen, a copy of an Omas pen, and it has a fine steel nib. So this one is the Moonman, or Majohn as you prefer, V60. V comes after B. I'm in reverse alphabetical order, but I wrote it as Majohn, so it would come after. So, but I'm writing here Moonman. It's very confusing. Yellow with a fine steel nib, and inside it has Pilot Blue. It is skipping a little bit. I wonder if it's getting low on ink. This is a nice pen. I really like the way it writes. It doesn't usually skip. Maybe it's getting low on ink. It doesn't have an ink window, so I don't really know how is the ink level. So something that maybe it's a pen that's running out of ink also. I need to make the review of that one. I don't know if I'll re-ink it right now and make a review or not, or leave it to later. I have here another, this is a wonderful pen. This is the Magna Carta Mag 1000. Where is that little, let me I just wanted to show it next to the Wancher Puchico. And you can see the size difference. This one is a beast. And let me uncap it. It has a number 10 steel nib, and just compare the nib sizes of these two pens. This is a huge pen, as far as I'm aware. It is the biggest steel, the biggest nib, the biggest modern nib around. So this is the, this is the Magna Carta Mag 1000. The finish of this one is the Twilight. It's skipping also. And I don't know why this one is skipping, because I've been using it a lot at work every day, and it wasn't skipping. Sometimes pens like to skip during videos just to annoy me, I believe. So anyway, let me show you the finish. It's beautiful with glitter. So this is Twilight. Why aren't you writing? You're writing well. I think I'll need to clean it also. It may be my fault. It has a medium steel nib, this very big nib, and it may be skipping because I have to confess that I make some stupid things. It has inside an ink mix, and sometimes mixing inks don't go well, and I think that's the case. Some inks mixing with some others make some precipitate, and they may start skipping. This is my fault. I need to deal with this. But it is a really interesting pen with a very interesting nib. Sorry about the skipping. I used it all day yesterday. Today I didn't use it, and it didn't fail on me, just on camera to show you. So that one was from India, cartridge converter pen. I use it with cartridges because when I got it with the converter, it leaked a lot of ink, so there was something wrong about the feed converter relationship. The next pen is from Germany, so we'll go back to Germany, and it is a very shiny Lamy CP1 in platinum. It has a platinum finish, a platinum finish, very beautiful. So this very slim pen, this is how it compares with the Magna Carta. Let me just show you the diameter, so it's it's crazy. This is the Lamy CP1. I'm wondering if there is something on the paper because pens are skipping now. All of them, it's not normal. In platinum. I've been trying to complete my Lamy CP1 collection. This one has a broad nib. That was the only nib that I could find at a very good price, so it's not my favorite, but I have it. It is a gold nib pen, and it is a cartridge converter pen, and inside it has a very regular Lamy blue ink cartridge, and I like the way it writes. It's a little broad to me, but I needed to have this model, and I have it with the nib that I could find at a good price. I don't regret it. The next one is also another Lamy, also a collection that I've been trying to complete. This is the red Lamy Ion. I love the Lamy Ion model, I love the nib, I love the feel, the size. It's really a very interesting pen. Cartridge converter pen, still nib. So this is the Lamy Ion in red. This one has a medium steel nib, and inside it has a cartridge of Lamy Petrol, an old cartridge. I think it's from that limited and almost rare edition. I don't really care. I'm using some ink, and I decided to match the red, or not to match the red pen with the petrol ink. And the final Lamy pen for today is a piston filler. It is the Lamy 2000, and this one is the steel version. So Lamy 2000 in steel. I had an accident with this pen. I dropped it and it broke. And the repair was so expensive that I just glued it with epoxy, and it is holding on so far. It has a medium gold nib. You won't see much of the nib like that because it is a semi-hooded nib. And inside it has, I like this color a lot. I've been liking more and more this color, or at least I like this color inside this ink, inside this pen, sorry. The Diamine Ink Vent Calendar 2024. This is number 13, Lullaby. I really like the color of the pen. I know it's pink, but I like it. And I like this pen also. And now we will change brands, but we will stay in Germany. We have lots of German pens also. At least 3 more brands from Germany. And so the other brand from Germany that I will show you, of course it's obvious, is the Kaweco. And the first one is my most expensive pen and my most oxidized pen ever, and I did it on purpose, and it's really ugly right now. It is the Kaweco Sterling Sport. It should be very shiny, much shinier than it is here. And it is made of solid sterling silver, and it has a gold nib. And it is a cartridge converter pen. So this is the Kaweco Sterling Sport with a fine gold nib, and inside it has Kaweco Caramel Brown. I think I have this pen inked since I got it also. I got it from Kaweco as a gift for review and to keep it, and I like it. I don't go out of home with this one because it's so expensive that I don't think I would replace it if I lost it. Not that I usually lose pens, but I don't want to lose it. And there are other pens that I may be able to replace. I don't think I would be able to replace that one. And just to end up this page, we have another Kaweco. This one is a piston filler with an ink window there. Not sure if you can see it. And with a steel nib, gold-plated steel nib. So this is the Kaweco Piston Sport with a double broad nib, which is crazy for my handwriting, but I needed to have this one to try it. I forgot the name. Kaweco Piston Sport Classic Black. It is the plastic one. And inside it has Kaweco Summer Purple. And it is a very nice, rich, dark purple ink. Nice one. Also got it from Kaweco. All these pens I got from Kaweco directly. Now let's go for the change pages. I think I will smear that one because it's still wet. And the next one is another Kaweco pen, and it is the Lilliput. I returned to the copper Lilliput to go on my EDC pouch that I always have on my backpack. I had ink in the green or the blue Lilliput that I had for review, and now I changed for this one again. So this is the Kaweco Lilliput in copper. I usually had some reddish ink like Oxblood, Diamine Oxblood inside, but now I have Kaweco Caramel Brown. I kind of like this ink and I just wanted to use this. And I like the way this pen writes. It is a cartridge converter pen, very small pocket pen, but becomes a full size. The nib is steel nib, number 5 regular nib. The next pen is, you guessed it, another Kaweco. And it is the Kaweco collection. I still need to make the review of this one. Kaweco collection Olivine. And it is a nice color, really nice color. This would go perfectly with that ink that I showed you on the other page, the Robert Oster Crocodile Green. But what I put inside, it has a cartridge converter pen, steel nib, gold plated. But I decided to go with Kaweco ink inside the Kaweco pen. This is Kaweco collection Olivine in medium nib. And inside it has Kaweco Palm Green. And I enjoy it. And I forgot another Kaweco that should go before this one. Sorry. It is this one. This is the Kaweco DIY Sport. I think this one would go also well with the ink that I have on with that Leonardo Officina Italiana ink that I showed you on the other page, but it also has the same ink as the one before. This is the Kaweco DIY Sport in Emerald Eve. This is the second pen today that speaks about emerald. It has medium nib and inside has Kaweco Palm Green. And this is how the ink looks like. And I can make this here because the nib is the same medium nib. Gold colored steel nib on a cartridge converter pen. And let's go for the final Kaweco of today. It is the new Kaweco collection. I love yellow pens. This is the new Kaweco collection Honey. Also, gold colored steel nib cartridge converter pen. I enjoy this pen. This is the Kaweco. I love yellow pens. It's my favorite pen color. That's why I'm getting another yellow pen, I think, briefly. Kaweco collection Honey. This one has a medium steel nib, and inside Kaweco Sunrise Orange. Because I have some Kaweco pens given to me by Kaweco and Kaweco inks given to me by Kaweco, I'm starting to pair Kaweco pens with Kaweco inks. I'm not doing that with all the brands, but I think I'm doing this with Kaweco. Now we'll go briefly to China for two pens from Jinhao. This is the Jinhao Centennial or the Jinhao 100, which is kind of a copy of the Parker Centennial, dual fold. It has this number 6 nib made of steel, and this one is a Fude nib. It is a cartridge converter pen, and this pen I always bring it back when I make those Inkvent calendar reviews. And this is the Jinhao 100 Koi, the Koi finish, which is, I think this acrylic is quite beautiful. It has a Fude nib, and inside it has the diamine, let's change the angle, Inkvent calendar ink mix. So I mixed up some inks. Why? Some glitter inks get very thick and they get less fluid when they are getting to the end. So sometimes with some pens, just to avoid them to clog, I go and take out the last little bit of ink from the cartridge and put inside that Jinhao because it can hold everything. So that's what I do. I don't recommend doing that, but this pen can hold it, and I prefer to protect other pens from getting the last bit of ink, so I'll take out the last when they are running out of ink. If I'm refilling them, I don't worry. If I'm not refilling them, I used to take that little bit of ink out and put inside the Jinhao. This is another Jinhao pen. I love this color scheme, and this is the Jinhao 82 Mini, which is a copy of the Sailor Pro Gear Mini, Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini that I had there. It's also a cartridge converter pen. This is nice because it is a small pocket pen, but it has a nicely sized cartridge, which is nice. I like this color a lot, and I have a green color inside that I really think it's fun. It has a number 5 Jinhao nib made of steel. Very simple, very cheap, but I like this pen a lot. It is the Jinhao 82 Mini. This color is the green lemon, and this is an ink that I have only a very small bottle, and I will buy another one because I like this ink. I have too much ink, but I need to have this one. This is the Jacques Herbin Vert Pré. It is a very bright, happy green ink. I like it a lot. It's almost like a fluorescent ink without being fluorescent. And I think it goes well with this ink. Why? With this pen. Does it match the green? No, but it has this kind of very minty, light, almost bluish ink. It has this darker one, and that I think it makes sense to have another different, although bright green to go with the greens of the pen. And so we go from China back to Germany, and we'll have Divine Design. This was sent to me by Zix Ideas, the distributor in Spain and Portugal, and I love this pen. It is interesting. It has it is a pocket pen that becomes full-size cartridge converter pen, but with a number 6 nib. This is a Yovo nib black coated. So Divine Design pocket in black. It has a medium steel nib that I showed you. It has this little roll stopper there, shiny, and inside it has Divine Design Ochre ink. Ochre. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So it is kind of a regular JoWo nib experience with a little bit more of feedback because it has the black coating. That's kind of usual. And we'll go to another one, also with the letter D, from the same Divine Design. This is a pen with an older kind of style, with a smaller nib. This one is a Bock nib, still Bock, gold plated, but there is an ink window there, and it has a piston. So it is interesting because it's kind of a retro style pen, and I need to make a video about this, and I'll talk about it a lot because it reminds me of some other older stuff from Germany. So this is the Divine Design Berlin Black gold trim with a medium steel nib, and inside it has the Divine Design Green. Of all the greens, I think this is my least favorite. It's not that I don't like it, but I prefer the darker ones, and Kaweco and these Divine Design are darker, are lighter, not as happy as that one, but lighter, and I find, at least to my eyes, that the Divine Design and the Kaweco Green are very similar. Now, still in Germany, we'll go to this pen, the Diplomat. I like this one. This is the Diplomat Viper. I just checked, there is another, not Viper, sorry. I'm thinking of everything at the same time. Aero Factory. They released another Aero Factory with lots of rainbow colors. Yeah, it looks very nice. It has a fine steel nib made by JoWo but tuned by Diplomat, and it is a wonderful nib, one of the best nibs I ever experienced, with diamine Inkvent calendar 2024 number 16 Tundra. I need to make the video from April sooner, I hope, before we get into May, but I think in just a few days I will be emptying a lot of these pens because many pens are almost out of ink, so expect a very different pens for April. It won't be very different, but we'll have different pens for sure. This is the Benu, the new Benu model, Benu Pixie. They sent me this pen for review. Cartridge converter pen, small pocket pen, nice, but it is pocket but bulky. It's very nice. I like it a lot. I made the review of this one. I didn't make the review of the other one that I'll show you in a moment, which is the last pen. This is the Benu Pixie, and the color of this one is coffee brown. It has a wonderful, I love the way this Schmidt nib writes, number 5 steel gold colored fine Schmidt nib. I love how it writes, I really do. And inside it has Visconti sepia, which is a color that's not that different from the Kaweco caramel brown, maybe a little bit more on the reddish side. I love this Benu pen. This one is kind of subtle. It is like a coffee grain color. It has some sheen, of course, because it's Benu, but it's not that flashy. I like it, but I have this one, and this is the last pen for today, and this is kind of the opposite. This is the special colors, and this is the Benu Pixie Aqua Glow. Even the cap is transparent, as you can see, and this one has a Schmidt number 5 broad nib, also cartridge converter pen, and it is amazing in its colors. So this is the Benu Pixie, sorry about that, Aqua Glow. I didn't make the review of that one yet, It has the broad nib from Schmidt, also very smooth, and inside it has diamine ink vent calendar. This one is a perfect match for this pen if you want to do it. It is a perfect match. This is the calendar, but it's not 2024, it's the 2019. If you have this ink around, search for it. It's very good for this pen, perfect. Some people like to match the colors, and this color is called Blue Peppermint. It has sparkles in it, it has shimmer, so I think it's a real good match for this pen. A good match would be this ink or even a gray ink. I don't love gray ink, so I went for this. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the shimmer. I think you can see there. Diamine ink vent calendar. To me, it's the perfect match. I'm not sure if I ever found such a perfect match between ink and pen, besides black pens, of course. So this is all for today. This video is late, was long, and I hope I'll be back next month, actually this month, April, to show you the pens for April. And I hope to bring you some different pens, but less pens than today. These were too many. So this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back soon for some other kind of video. So see you next time. Bye.